to Bruce Campbell in King Arthur's Court for Army of Darkness and a vocal homage to the Universal Monster Legacy with Darkman. The Sam Raimi Movie Marathon. Saturday starting at noon on El Rey Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Aza Gonzalez. I play
Santanico Pandemonium!
And you're watching Dust Returns on El Rey Network.
Hey, Marker. The first time I saw the lighting, Robert's iconic style, how the way he was shooting it, the editing, I realized that we were making something that looks as cool and plays as cool as it feels while we're making it.
The desire to sort of push the envelope comes from Robert. I mean, he's a guy who has always pushed the envelope. And by putting Latino characters on screen, by pushing the tone of his films and his stories, by building unpredictability into every one of his narratives. That hurt. No one really does it like him. He always goes big. It has a good, like, Robert flavor to it.
Hope you're hungry.
Tonight is special. One of my favorite scenes, personally, was the Pit of Snakes. When I fall into the Pit of Snakes, it was a huge battle for me. I was in the Pit of Snakes with real snakes in it. It was 20 snakes in there. I disconnected and just started wrapping snakes around my legs. I would grab a huge bow and just wrap it, put it in my chest, put it here in my face, and just, I had to scream, and I couldn't scream because I was so scared that I lost my voice, and I was like, bigger, because the snake has to go in your mouth, and I'm like, I couldn't scream. It felt for me like a whole year. It was actually 5 minutes, but my favorite scene was doing all the culebra action. You think you can fight me? It was a whole process of that, like 4 hours to get under that makeup. It was just insane, and being under that makeup to me was key for the role. Welcome where the magic begins.
Culebras are our version of vampire lore. Or we didn't want to just do the traditional vampires. Culebras were just part of the snake cult that I found in my study for the original film.
We take the form of the snake when it's time to handle business.
It gave us things like fold-down fangs, which we had never seen in vampires before. But when a culebra bites you, they can consume you and eat you if they want, but they can also pump you with venom. And that's a choice that they make. And if they pump you with venom, they turn you into another culebra. Every culebra has like a different third power. Satanico had wings. Carlos had this kind of boa constrictor crushing ability.
Some of us can shapeshift. That was one of the coolest moments when you saw Carlos shapeshift and actually take the form of a Border Patrol officer.
Carlos.
And then playing 2 roles as himself.
Well, the most exciting thing about this project for me is just to get to live in the world of Quentin Tarantino's characters.
It's just you and me. We are it. And hey, brother, that is a beautiful thing. The Gecko brothers are back.
Robert Rodriguez's world and vision.
It's his playground. He allows other people to have that creative freedom. It allows everyone to grow and make this a deep, rich, powerful series that it is.
So Robert has this saying that he likes to apply to his work. What's more dangerous? Let's do that.
Engineer, I'm going to keep those pretty bad here.
Clear? Not necessarily let's blow up the car in the most dangerous way possible, but what's going to be the most exciting and what's going to be the coolest choice and the best way that we can go about this?
You got something to say to me?
And I apply that myself. I try and
have the freedom to make the wrong choice or take the dangerous choice with my performance.
Do you know how to use a gun, Scott?
Simplicity in itself.
You see, you point at what you want to die. You pull the little trigger. Little bullet comes out here. Little bullet hits you right there. And you don't look like Bruce Lee anymore.
And a lot of the times that's worked to my advantage because it ends up being, oh, that's really cool. Like, why would you do it like that?
What the hell did you do?
He said, crime scene. And I feel like that mentality is just really alive here at El Rey, and it's just the way that we do things.
El Rey means the king, which is how we're going to live.
My favorite scene from season 1 is by far my chainsaw scene. Robert walked up to me and he's like, how do you feel about chainsawing not only one but 2 vampires? And I'm like, bring it at me, like, come on.
The vibe on set here that Robert's created at Troublemaker and in Austin and on the Dusk set is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my entire career.
It's one of those dream jobs, man. You love coming to work every day. If you got to be there at 3 o'clock in the morning, awesome. I'll be there.
He gives the characters like a lot of freedom to convey the character how they want to.
It's such an intimate setting, but then when we leave and we see the show and what we've actually made, it's almost a surprise how big it is. So.
Something's coming. Something bad. And you and the rest are just a bunch of sheep. Sleepwalking to the slaughter. Hey, I'm Zane Holtz. I play Richie Gecko, and you're watching Dusk Returns on El Rey. Brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads.